second in a row, and Clark stays red.
I feel like I would be a really good ref, though, from the side.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't miss a call.
Backseat reffing.
After 20 long days stuck on the sidelines with injury, Caitlin Clark stormed back like she had a score to settle and picked the biggest target possible, the undefeated New York Liberty. From the moment she stepped on the floor, it was like she never left.
Nicely done to get it inside to Mitchell. Those two have such a great connection, especially.
This might just be Caitlin Clark's most electrifying performance yet. NBA range threes, shattered records, and a level of brilliance the WNBA rarely witnesses. On her first trip up the court, she didn't waste a single dribble, delivered a perfect no-look dime that set the tone instantly. That connection sparked again when she found Aaliyah Boston fighting in the post, and later in transition, Boston sprinted like she already knew what was coming. Clark fired a laser straight out of a quarterback's highlight reel.
Caitlin Clark! Feeling the three.
That's not just deep, that's Steph Curry range. And here's the kicker. She'd been out nearly 3 weeks. No warm-up, no slow start, just fire from the jump. When the Liberty dared to sag off her to open the second quarter, she made them pay instantly. The heat wasn't cooling down. Even her free throw after a foul was clean. No rim, just net.
And then steps back with the three over Brianna Stewart.
She was sitting on 4 threes and 17 points while the rest of the Fever hadn't even hit a field goal yet. This wasn't basketball. This was a live video game glitch. Clark nailed 5 straight threes in the first half, 3 of them in a jaw-dropping 38 seconds. And with Lexi Hull heating up, the Fever suddenly chased a new franchise record for made threes. But Liberty's enforcer, Natasha Cloud, wasn't letting it slide. She went physical, throwing hits and bumps to rattle Clark. Sadly, that kind of targeting has become all too common. But not tonight. She stayed locked in, drilling yet another deep 3 to close the half. Her best first half in the WNBA, shooting 66% from deep and carrying the Fever by herself.
Clark last played for Indiana against New York, and now she takes it in off glass and has a chance for a three-point.
There was one problem. The Fever couldn't finish inside. Missed layups kept the lead out of reach. The third quarter tipped, and Clark came out with the same swagger, slipping through double teams, finding teammates in spots they didn't even know were open. But New York got chippy, hard screens, elbows, anything to stop her rhythm. They were supposed to be the undefeated powerhouse, yet one player, fresh off a 20-day layoff, was dictating the game. Clark didn't flinch. Another bullet pass to Boston, then a step-back 3 so deep the crowd was on its feet before it dropped. The Fever fed off her, but each time they pushed, the Liberty fired right back.
Team this season.
But Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart started heating up, showing exactly why their team hadn't lost a single game all season. And then came the shot that almost blew the roof off. Clark pulled up from logo range. The crowd erupted, only for it to rattle out. Even in that miss, the message was loud. She was here to put the Liberty on notice. Heading into the final quarter, the Fever were still in striking distance, and Caitlin Clark was one spark away from turning the whole game upside down. The fourth began like a heavyweight title fight. Every possession felt like a potential game changer. Clark came out fierce, carving the defense with needle thread passes and fearless drives. You could see it in her eyes. She wanted this win badly, but the Liberty weren't handing over perfection. Stewart went to work in the post, Ionescu kept, hitting daggers from deep, and every time the Fever closed the gap, New York punched right back.
Clark nails it. A 17-0 run.
Then came the flashpoint. Clark froze her defender with a nasty crossover, stepped back beyond NBA range, and buried it in her face. The arena exploded. For a heartbeat, the Liberty streak looked fragile. But experience kicked in. They slowed the tempo, forced the Fever into tough looks, and scraped together just enough stops to keep their edge. Clark fought like a warrior, dropping dimes, drawing fouls, chasing down boards like it was the final possession of her career. But her teammates' missed layups kept killing the run. Under a minute left, Clark sank one more deep 3, refusing to go quietly. The Liberty escaped with their record intact, but they didn't leave untouched. Tonight, Caitlin Clark made the league remember, when she's locked in, no team, not even the best, is safe. After the buzzer, the Liberty celebrated like they just survived a playoff thriller. And honestly, that's what it felt like.
Clark, another long three. She's back!
Clark had pushed them to the edge, and they knew it. Relief was written on their faces. Frustration was etched in hers. Reporters swarmed her. Questions flying about the hits, the missed calls, the near upset. Clark didn't offer excuses. She just smirked. We'll see them again. That one line? A warning shot to the whole league. Within minutes, social media was on fire. Clips of her 30-foot bombs, the no-look dimes, that cold stare-down after her and one, they were everywhere. Fans were already calling it one of the best performances of the season, and she did it after nearly 3 weeks off the floor. Meanwhile, the conversation got louder. If the Fever can hang with an undefeated powerhouse now, what happens when Clark gets more help? What happens when those missed layups turn into buckets?
Clark, another long three. This one. Oh, that's a nice little fake by Boston.
The answer could rewrite the playoff picture. One thing's certain. This wasn't just another regular season night. It was a statement. Caitlin Clark didn't just come back. She lit up the scoreboard, rattled the league's giant, and sent a message to every future opponent: she's coming and she's not slowing down. By morning, the entire WNBA was buzzing about one thing: Clark's return game. Coaches, players, analysts, everyone had an opinion. Some praised her fearlessness, others questioned why the Liberty had to get that physical just to contain her. Either way, no one denied it. She stole the spotlight from the league's unbeatable team. Highlights of her 3 and 38 seconds spree were on loop everywhere. Even NBA players were weighing in, calling her range absurd and her confidence ice cold.
Challenging part of like all this. So obviously I have the first injury and I sit out 4 games and then I come back and I play really well.
Yeah.
And I feel really good. And like even just begin the year, like I played great. Like I started the year really good. Like I felt really great. Like my numbers were great. I was shooting the ball well. And then I get hurt and it's like, okay, like you gotta get healthy, whatever. You're like, I'm gonna do whatever I can, you know, to get back to what I was doing and whatever.
One thing. Steph Curry comparisons, louder than ever. And Caitlin Clark isn't ducking them. She's embracing it. Fever fans, fired up. They're not talking about moral wins anymore. They're talking revenge games. Social media is already circling the next Liberty matchup, promising fireworks. And here's the real kicker. The Liberty's post-game pressers weren't exactly calm. Stewart and Ionescu gave her props, sure, but you could feel the tension. They know she's a threat. They know one hot quarter is all it takes for her to blow the game wide open. League insiders are whispering this might have been the night the WNBA's power balance started to shift. Because if Clark can do that after 20 days off, what happens when she's at full throttle in playoff?
That we've had as a team, because early in the season we were just so inconsistent, and if teams were to do that, we would normally lose those games, but it just shows that we're getting closer, we're trusting each other, and we're just, I think that's the biggest part, is trusting and knowing that we can win those games even if they go on.
One thing's clear, the Liberty might still be undefeated on paper, but in the court of public opinion, Caitlin Clark just handed them their first real scare of the season, and the buzz from that clash barely cooled before the Fever's next challenge came into focus, and the timing couldn't be juicier. Their upcoming opponent? A squad that's been talking big all year, claiming Indiana can't hang with the real contenders. After what Clark just did to the league's best, those words might age like milk. You can feel it. Practice is sharper, the bench is louder, chemistry is finally clicking. Players like Lexi Hull and Aaliyah Boston are feeding off Clark's swagger, and that confidence is spilling into every drill, every rep, every film session. Fans? They're already treating this next matchup like a playoff preview.
Well, like, I'm gonna go to every road game no matter what, like whether I'm playing or not. Like, and it's hard because obviously I do feel this like responsibility of like being out there and playing, and like, not that I like think there's like a fear of any of this ever going away. Like that doesn't happen when like LeBron or Steph get hurt. Like they're always going to be there. Like, you know, yeah, exactly. So, but like you do want to play. Like you want to give people something to cheer about or scream about, or, you know, people spend so much time and money and resources to come and
scouting. Tickets are flying, the arena's expected to be packed, and social media is buzzing with predictions of Clark going nuclear again. everyone wants to know, was that Liberty performance a one-night spectacle or the start of a season-defining run? And here's the thing, Clark's not just talking about better shooting, she's talking about finishing. She knows the Fever had a real shot at toppling the undefeated champs, and she's not letting the next one slip. If Indiana brings that, same fire, and cleans up those missed layups, this could be the game that shifts them from developing to dangerous. The league better watch out. Caitlin Clark's heating up, and she's got another target in her sights.
That's a PNW win! W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
Oh my gosh. That one just aged me, but we're getting better. Shoot, good win. Win's a win.
A dub is a dub, so keep on rolling.
Scouting reports are in, and the Fever know exactly where to strike next. Clark's next opponent might flash some offense, but their perimeter defense, full of holes. Slow closeouts, lazy rotations, and in transition, it's open season for a sniper like her. Insiders say Clark's already eyeing those cracks, planning to push the pace, force mismatches, and drag defenders so far out, they might as well be guarding her from the parking lot. Once that help collapses, Aaliyah Boston is ready to eat in the paint. But this isn't just about buckets. Clark wants to set the tone physically this time. After all those hits she took from the Liberty, she's coming in ready to flip the script, make them feel the pressure early. The Fever's guards are prepping to trap hard, create chaos, and turn turnovers into quick-fire points before their rivals even know what hit them.
And so hard because I've never really dealt with injury, and that's probably been a challenge in itself because when I first was feeling pain, I didn't understand it. I didn't know. I was like, am I just tight? Am I just getting old? Do I need to hit a stretch? Do I need to get a little rubbed out? Do I need some icy hot? What's going on here? So I think it's been a balance of understanding my body. And I know whether it's this year, whether it's next year, and even throughout my career, I'm going to be very thankful for.
And just as defenders started scrambling over her passing lanes, Clark switched gears, slashing to the hoop, slicing through traffic with that effortless glide. She was in pure flow, locked in, untouchable. Then, with a hand in her face, she rose and drilled her 7th three of the night. This is why you buy a ticket. Nights like this. And if you want in, grab your seat with code The Webby Show on SeatGeek. You'll thank yourself later. At that point, she was already sitting on 30, and there was still a quarter and a half left. But right on cue, Natasha Cloud got sent packing with foul trouble, trying to slow her down. Hull, meanwhile, kept flirting with the hat trick of missed layups. By the end, you'll realize just how outrageous Clark's assist numbers really should have been.
Ups and downs in the WNBA this season to take care of business in a winning streak like this. What does that sort of say about how this team's coming together?
Yeah, Seattle's a great team, great team, and it's hard to play here. And so we knew that. We knew that they just came off kind of a bad loss against LA. And so they were hungry for a win. But for us, it's not about other teams. It's about our standard. It's about stacking the days. And I think that where our mental's at as a team and as individuals, we're in a really good spot. And, it's not going to be easy moving forward. But I think today we stayed true to the scout. We trusted the offense. Kelsey has been having a hell of a season. She was a little bit off, but she facilitated for us offensively down the stretch. And it just shows that everyone has something to give, even if your scoring's not going to be there. But I don't know, I'm just proud of our team, and I'm proud that we...
Thankfully, Hull came through in the 4th. And when Clark started dribbling literal circles around that defense, you knew it was a wrap. In the final 2 minutes, the Fever locked in, stops, rebounds, the dagger. Clark sealed the night with a monster line, 32 points, 9 dimes, 8 boards. And yeah, if 2 more rebounds dropped her way and one teammate had just finished a wide-open layup, we'd be talking about a 32-point triple-double. But maybe that kind of history in one night was too much for the league to handle. 7 threes. A new franchise record, and a performance that reminded everyone exactly who she is. A game changer every single time she laces them up. Want to see her do it live? Use code The Webby Show on SeatGeek for a sweet discount. Subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts. Because trust me, this is just the beginning.